Hey everybody, it's Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, my hair is so wild, but it's okay. It's 102 degrees where I am today, and I have my little man with me, and we're doing a really fun video. And at the end, I'll go over the giveaway details again. I have a friend, and he sent me all of this clearance makeup from Dollar General. So today, I'm going to be using most of the stuff that he sent me, and we're going to see how it all goes. I haven't really used anything, but he sent me a picture and was like, this isn't good makeup, huh? And I was like, Wet n Wild is good. Maybelline's good too. So that's like majority of it. And then there's LA Colors and Broadway. Never heard of Broadway, but now we're going to find out how good it is. So I guess we should get started. So before I started filming, I just primed my face. I'm not going to be using a foundation because the one he sent me is too dark because I'm so pale. But I have some color corrector, and then I'm going to be using an e.l.f. foundation. So I'm not really going to be using any high-end stuff today. We're just going to see how good cheap makeup is, because drugstore makeup is really, they're doing really good. I'm trying to figure out the words, but when I was in high school, they were iffy. Now they're competing with the luxury brands for a much better price. Like, I used the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and I love it, and it's $8 compared to the $50 primer I was using. So, I mean, you can't really beat that. So we're going to do some color correcting with this palette from Broadway Colors. Never heard of them. Just going to see how it works. I don't usually color correct, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to. And he did send some brushes, but there's only 3 of them, so I'm going to be using my regular brushes. So I'm going to go in with a concealer brush. It is a Luxie 211 concealer brush. And we're going to just go in with this purple. You see the purple? And we're going to put it underneath the eyes. Cancels out being tired. I've kind of actually been thinking I wanted to start color correcting because since having my little man, who I will show his cute self at the end. He's sitting with me being such a good boy. But I look tired from being up all night. The joys of parenthood. And my daughter is 7, so she is at the point where she's sleeping in. So just going to put this underneath my eyes. And if you hear him, he's just talking. He's getting his point across. Ooh. And I like this better than an expensive palette I got. So it was really dark and it was supposed to be light and it didn't work for me. So we'll pop that purple underneath the eyes. Pop this underneath my eyes. So we're going to go in with the green, and I'm going in with this brush. I have no idea. I got it in BoxyCharm. We're going to just go over with this green color corrector over some redness I have because I'm still breaking out a little bit. So green is great if you suffer from redness. It will cancel it out. We have the color corrector on. So now for foundation, and he sent a foundation brush. It is from Broadway. I opened up most of the stuff so we don't have a whole video of me opening it, us speeding it up, me opening it. We don't want to watch that. So it's like one of those toothbrush brushes, and I have some from Wish, but not a large one. So I usually use a sponge, but we'll start off with this, see how it goes. And I'll probably put it on with this and then blend it out with my Real Technique sponge. And I'm using the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. It works so good with the putty primer. Wow, it is amazing. So I'm going to do 2 pumps and dot my face. I don't think I dot correctly, but oh well. So now we're just going to go in circular motions. I'm not used to using a brush, so I feel like it sucked out most of my product, so I'm just going to finish I'm going to put a pump on and kind of just... So I have it all blended out. There's still a little purple, but I'm not really worried about that because I am going to be putting concealer there. So I'm going to be using another new brush that I was really excited about because I heard these were really awesome. It's a Wet Wow brush. It's a flat top brush. I'm going to try to use it for some powder to put over my foundation. There's two high-end things I'm using today, and that's the powder and my concealer. I don't feel like using loose powder today, and I don't have, well, there's concealer like in that palette, but it's too dark. So I'm going to be using this Clinique. It's the Superpower Double Face Makeup, and I'm just going to set my foundation with it. It is set, and this is a very good brush. I am about to buy all of them. Like, I see them all the time, and I'm like, I really want them. Wow, it's so good. It's good. It's soft, and it doesn't feel bad. It's not super heavy, but they're just nice. And I see that they're very cost effective online. 99 cents for some of them. So we got that on. So we're going to be doing concealer, and this is another thing I did not get from Dollar General, but I promise there's way more stuff. I'm using this Smashbox BB Cream Eyes with SPF 15. It is great for the summertime. Let me tell you that. And I'm going to be using this teeny tiny little Real Techniques sponge to blend it out. And I like it. It's like this. And you just kind of put it on. So I have a really dry patch right here. It's actually sunburned. So don't judge this side. I'm using something, I'm going to be going over it in a future video, but if you don't put sunscreen on, it can sunburn your face, and I didn't put sunscreen in that little area, and it was super red yesterday. It's finally not, but it just looks disgusting. So to bake, I'm going to try something a little bit different than my setting powder. I got a contour kit. It is from LA Colors, and it's a contour palette. So I'm going to just try to bake with it. I don't think you're supposed to, but why not try with the lightest shade? So I'll be going in with this shade and just kind of like set my eyes with it. And I'm going to use the same little sponge. To contour, we're going to use the same little kit. I'm going to use a contour brush that I did not take out. I thought I did, but I do have a contour brush. It is a Lexi 512 small contour. I'm going to go in with this light shade right here and attempt to contour my face. Probably shouldn't go that heavy. So I'm going to blend that, and like I said, I have a similar brush to that, but it's smaller. So I'm going to take this Jeffree Star powder brush and just kind of dust off, even though I used a pressed powder. So contoured up here. I don't really contour my nose. So the next thing we're going to be playing with, that's from Dollar General. There's just so many choices. It's hard to make up my mind. So we're going to be playing with this eyebrow pencil. So he sent me like 4 eyebrow pencils, and I chose this one. It's from Maybelline. I opened it so we're not spending all this time watching Sydney open up packaging. So one side's powder and the other side's pencil. And on the back, it recommends you outline it with the pencil first and then fill it in with the powder. So I'm going to take an eyebrow pencil brush, the Jeffree Star one, and brush out my brows, which are awful right now. My son's eating my phone. I hope he's not calling anybody. So my eyebrows are not going to look good either way, but let's try it. I'm getting them threaded tomorrow. It's much needed. I don't usually use pencils, but I'm going to give it a go. So I do not recommend drawing in your eyebrows when you need to get them done, but I am going to clean it up. And I don't do big brows. We all know this. So now I'm filling it in with the powder. So they are filled in the best I could do. I do like the powder side. It's not very harsh. It's kind of like powder on a sponge, which is kind of cool. I'm going to see how I like it. I'm going to take some Shape Tape to clean it up. And my e.l.f. brush that I use in pretty much every single video. Where there's a cut, I had to switch out what my son was doing. So I did my eyebrows, and when I cleaned them up, they looked a lot nicer. For the sake of the video, I'm going to use a different gel. You could probably get it at Dollar General. It's from Maybelline. It's Great Lash Clear Mascara, but you can use it to set your brows. And that is good. I like the powder side. My eyebrows turned out way better than I expected them to. So let's set them. So the brows are set. I'm going to put on blush for the first time in a while. He got me a blush palette. You moved to the other side of the room. So we're going to use this really light shade because I'm not used to it. And we're going to use this blush brush. No idea the brand. I got it in BoxyCharm a couple years ago. And just kind of stick it over here. My son's in a walker. He's moving all around. He's such a crazy boy. I love him. So we did the brows. We're going to do highlighter last. There's a highlighter in this palette and a highlighter in this one. They kind of look similar. We'll use both. Why not? But we're going to do the eyes first. He got me an eye primer. And it looks like you spray it out or squeeze it out. I'm not really sure. From Broadway Colors. Never tried them until today. So let's see. Oh, it has, that's cool. So let's put this on. So the primer's on. It's blended out. So far, I mean, I haven't seen how it is with eyeshadow. It reminds me a lot of the e.l.f. eye primer, which is really cool because that one's $2. He ripped off the price tag that I know was on clearance, so it couldn't have been that much. So he did get me some eyeshadows. He got 2 palettes, and I decided to go with this one. I went with this one. It's called Sunlit Bronze, and I opened the box. I'm going to do it exactly the way that the package tells me to, which I usually don't do that. We're going to see what it wants you to look like. So on the back, it kind of gives you the instructions. There's the base, lid, crease, and liner. So the lid, and the way that they have it's a little bit strange, but we'll see how it works. So first, we will be doing the base color. I'm not going to be using the things that come with it because I haven't used those in forever. I'm going to be using a brush to do the base, which is all over, I'm assuming. So let's do this. I'm not going to be using a wet brush. We'll see how good they work on their own. So the next part is the lid. So I'm going to take this same brush, just wipe it off, and put this orangey color. Let me show you. I'm going to put this orangey color all over my lid like it's telling me to. I'm following directions really good. So I got my lid done. The next one is the crease. So, and it's showing to put the crease like just the corner, it looks like. So I'm going to use a tiny crease brush that I don't usually use anymore. And I'm going to go on, it's kind of like a rose goldy color. So the last one is the liner, which is this dark brown shimmer. I'm going with the Too Faced liner brush. So I'm going to take a blending brush and just blend it out a little bit. Now, I probably wouldn't usually do my makeup like this, but they are very good, very pigmented without a wet brush. So these are a winner. They're Maybelline Expert Wear eyeshadow quads, and I'm going to try the other one soon. So I'm going to put on some mascara, or, you know, before I do that, I'm going to add a little bit of the liner part to the underneath, like not all the way underneath, obviously, but just so it's not so not matching. Eyeshadow's done. Now it's time for mascara. He did send one, but it ended up being purple. So I can't use purple with this, but I am going to use a Milani sample I got at Target. It's the highly rated mascara, and I haven't used it yet, so see how it works. So mascara is on. So we're going to play with some highlighter. And this mascara works really good. And it looks really cute with this like subtle eyeshadow I have going on. I really like it. So for highlighter, we're going to be using a brush that he sent me. I have never used a fan brush. It's a Broadway one. It feels nice and soft. I'm going to try to put on my highlighter using it for the first time. We're going to go in with this shimmery color from the LA Colors palette. It's only broken because it was mailed to me. So we're going to try this. So I don't understand how anybody uses a fan brush for their highlighter. I'm going to go on with this. I don't think it's the right brush for highlighter, but it's a blending brush, and that's what I used before. I had the Jeffree Star brush, and we're just going to go in with it. So we're also I'm going to try to layer it and use the highlighter from the Cheek Palette Kit. See if that works. Because it's very shimmery also, and it's a different brand. Maybe it works a little bit better. The highlighter's not blinding. It's like subtle, and I like blinding. So I'm going to put on a different highlighter, and I will be right back. My highlighter is on. So now we are going to do lips. And I decided I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Pout in Love in Lust. It's just a lip balm. So it should be really neutral, but it should be, you know, fun for summer. What I love about this is it matches my shirt. I did want to swatch 2 lipsticks, though. I will be using these in a future video. They are colors Chalice and Lavenderism, and they are really cool. This one's like a blue. Or no, yeah, this one's a blue. And then we have a purple. And they're matte and they're cheap, and that is awesome. So the last step for makeup is setting spray. I'm going to be using a new setting spray that I got. He said there were setting sprays there. I'm going to assume they were Wet n Wild. And this is Wet n Wild, the Rose 3-in-1 Primer Spray. So I'm just going to spray it everywhere. Smells so good. I might have put too much on, but I really like this. The way it sprays, it like hits your whole face. So that's drying, and while that's drying, I'm also going to swatch this eyeliner that he got. I'm going to be using this in a future video also. It's like a marker eyeliner, and it literally looks like a marker. So I'm aware that my little man is naked. It is over 100 degrees. I wish I could be naked. So he gets away with being naked. So overall, with the Dollar General stuff, I think it's really great. Especially for the price. If you're on a budget, I say go for it. And these were all the stuff that's on clearance. So you don't know what they have that's not on clearance. Wet n Wild, great. Broadway, their stuff is good. The only thing was, you know, no highlighters. But if they have Wet n Wild highlighters are great. The eye primer, I will be definitely buying it again. The eyeshadows will work great, especially because I love shimmer shadows. And even though I did it the way they said, my eyes still look good. I feel really pretty. So if you need to go somewhere and you don't quite want to do Dollar Tree, you could do Dollar General. It's more than $1, but, you know, Wet n Wild, Maybelline, that stuff is really good. And that's what I started off with when I first started doing makeup. So now for the giveaway. If you watched my last video, you know about the giveaway. Whoever recommends the most people will win a bunch of palettes, a bunch of face stuff, and it's mostly stuff I've used on my channel. It ends on September 1st. So if somebody sent you here, please comment below who sent you so I can keep track. I have a list, and I'm keeping it and checking it twice like Santa Claus. And remember, every Sunday and Wednesday at noon, I post a new video. So what will it be next? I have new makeup I'm going to be playing with. I've been waiting to do this video. We got tons of stuff coming. And my daughter has to do a video with me as well. So anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure you give me a subscribe and a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And share it so you can enter the giveaway. And I hope you guys all have a great beginning of summer, great Pride Month, all of that. And I will see you on the next one. Say bye. Say bye, little man. He loves himself so much. Bye, guys.